Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So I want to dive in on this Lil Nas X situation. It's not looking too promising. It's not looking good at all, man. So Lil Nas X appeared in court. This was actually yesterday, I believe. 7 months after his arrest, and he's seeking diversion in LAPD battery case. So for those of you who don't remember, Lil Nas X he went on this. I believe he was intoxicated. I want to say. I believe he was definitely on some type of substance. Um, Last year he was kind of running up and down the street, right, and he ended up getting into it with a cop. Things didn't go well. Obviously, he got a battery case. Um, but he's trying to, of course, you know, ease it up a little bit. He's trying to ease the time up. He's trying to get the best deal he can get. But it's not looking too promising. He came out today, or I'm sorry, yesterday, and was pretty much just in court trying to get a better situation. So I want to dive in on this a little bit. So Lil Nas X appeared in court to request a diversion for his police battery arrest in August after he was accused of punching a cop in the face. On Thursday, the rodeo crooner's lawyer asked a Los Angeles judge to delay the case so she could submit a motion to transfer it into into an unspecified diversion program, Rolling Stone reported. It's unclear what type of program the attorney will seek, but the requests usually result in defendants seeking treatment to avoid conviction. So I'm sure it's going to be some type of, you know, he wasn't of his right mind. He had something wrong with him. Um, Schizophrenia, whatever it may be. And to be honest, that's probably the best thing he can do. From the way I'm looking at it, because assaulting a cop, that's a real sentence. That's not nothing that's light. That's not nothing that you can just breeze over and I'm gonna do a year. Nah, like they gonna try to hang you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna try to hang you. That's a deep thing. But at the same time, I don't think I don't think it's far fetched what his lawyer's trying to do. To be honest with you, because I've always thought something was up with Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? Like even outside of this situation, just the type of shit he do, how he move. He went from being a kid with the rodeo song, Old Town Road, to him dancing on the devil, and what I'm saying, doing crazy shit. And yeah, we could say that it's for the likes, or it's for the views, or it's for the controversy. But to be honest, he just don't seem like he rap tight to me. And we all know within this industry, it's always something. We hear the stories, we've been hearing them for years. It's always something up. It's always something going on. Um, Again, whether it's certain substances that you take in, whether it's how they say, okay, the Illuminati got you and they got you doing certain stuff, whatever it may be. Again, he went from being the impressionable kid with the good song, real positive, uplifting, fun, to devil, 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 devil. That's what it went to. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all really remember a lot of like the vibe that he was on, but it was something that it wasn't good, man. It wasn't good. So let me see if y'all remember this. Lil Nas. Just to show y'all kind of like some images. Like this the type of stuff he was on. You know what I'm saying? It went from it went from Old Town Road. You know what I mean? It went from Old Town Road to all of this. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, to me, I think what his judge is seeking, that's probably the best way, because like look at this. Like that's wow right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, people breeze over it so much because it's almost become a norm. It's almost become a norm in music, in hip hop, to where it's just like people don't even like, come on now, really? Like that's your song, that's your video. You know what I mean? Like that's what you own in your video. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like we in such a day and age, and we've been in such a day and age where we kind of become numb to it because we've seen it so much. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it happen time and time again where artists come out and they had these great songs, and all of a sudden it just goes left. Sam Smith, same situation, right? Sam Smith, same situation. So if we type in Sam, what Sam? So I typed in Lil Nas X Devil song, right? I'm gonna type in Sam Smith Devil and watch what pops up. Same type of images. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. So again, man, I don't know what the industry does exactly. I got a lot of friends in the industry. They not at that level. You know what I'm saying? So they don't. I just did an interview actually on here where I interviewed one of my guys. He's actually he's actually Juicy J's personal assistant, and we talked a lot about the industry. We talked about what happens. Is it a lot of devil stuff going on? Is it just homosexuality? Like what goes on with that. So if you have not seen that interview that I posted recently, definitely check it out. But this is something that goes on, what I mean, with different artists, right? But everybody has their different perspective on it. But Lil Nas X, I feel like he definitely went through it heavily, and I feel like that could be a reason why the attorney can use that and use just him not being of his right mind when he got into it with the cop. So again, man, just to go through this, and y'all seeing the clips of him in court. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I don't think he's rap tight. Like that's why I say, like, I don't think that he's rap tight. And you add a substance with it, it's not good. And it could be what the industry has done. So Little Nas X, born Montero Hill, 26 years old, will appear back in court on April 6th. Um, all I wanted to say to all I wanted to say is to my fans, I really love and I miss you, and I appreciate your support so much, and I can't wait to get back hugging you guys. The hitmaker said outside of a courthouse following Thursday's hearing. You guys have a good day. So we're gonna see, where this goes, but like I said, it's not looking up. They gotta find something. They gotta find, like I said, him saying that he's not mentally there. To me, is probably the only way. And again, I don't work in that field, so I don't know exactly what they can do and what they can't do. But to me, I don't see any other way. And let me know how y'all feel in the chat. Like, is there anything that y'all think that he could say to kind of get off of this? Um, and again, not to say get up there and lie, but like I said, I really think something wrong with him. So, I don't think that'd be far fetched. So, Lil Nas X was arrested in August after he charged at officers following a night out around Ventura Boulevard in Los Angeles. And I remember this vividly. I work on Ventura Boulevard, so the the video that I was telling you guys to check out when I was interviewing Juicy J's assistant, that was on Ventura Boulevard. Ventura Boulevard. That was literally five minutes from where this happened. You know what I'm saying? So I never forget. He was walking up and down the street. Now, I didn't see him when it happened, but I heard about it. Like, he's walking up. I believe he was in Studio City. So Sherman Oaks. So if this is Ventura Boulevard, it's Sherman Oaks, and then it's Studio City, which is literally right next to each other. So he's literally walking down Studio City butt naked, you know what I mean, and just singing and just dude was just belligerent, man. And like I said, he got into it with the officer. Clearly, I'm sure the officer was like, "Man, what are you doing?" You know what I mean? And he ended up getting into it with the officer. So at the time, officers approached the Old Town Road singer after receiving a call about a nude man walking in the street. One video showed him roaming around in white underwear and cowboy boots, while another showed him later stripping and ditching his tidy whities. Shit crazy, man. And that's why I say, man, it gotta be something going on in the industry. Cause I remember years ago when Martin Lawrence did the same thing. So I don't know if y'all remember. This is a picture of Martin Lawrence, right? With the white underwear. Now again, I'm not saying this is the same situation. I'm not saying I'm just saying it's a coincidence. You know what I mean? I'm not alleging anything. I'm just saying that them both being in entertainment, them both being at the height of their careers, and them both going through similar situations like this, to me is just a little weird. Check out this picture and tell me if that's not crazy. This was Martin Lawrence. So again, this was Martin Lawrence at the height of his career. At the height of his career, went through the same thing, running up and down the street, was off some substances, whatever that was, running up and down the street. You know what I'm saying? And again, in us, I think it was, if it wasn't Studio City, I believe it was close to it. Let me see. I don't know. Let me see. Lawrence runs into the street, yells at cars. Huh, I wonder where it was at. Uh, Let me see. They trying to have me pay for that. Yeah, so this happened in '96. Martin Lawrence wanders LA with loaded gun screaming at passing cars in 1996. Yeah. So again, similar situation. It got to be something up. You know what I'm saying? If you're thinking that, yo, oh no, it's just I don't think it was just random. I think that there's something going on within this industry that causes people to go crazy, right? Again, it could be whatever substances they own. It could be whatever the industry is doing to them. It could be anything. But at the end of the day, I think that the fact that these things happen a lot, these things have happened on multiple cases. Again, I personally just think that it's something to look at and it's something to keep in mind and to understand what this industry can do to you. So like I said, I'll definitely keep you guys updated on everything. It's a sad situation, man, because like I said, dude 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? Dude 26 years old. Started off with a great career. Started off with a great career. But, things happen, man. Things happen, man. So again, man, one time for Lil Nas X. I hope he can make it through this. I hope he can make it through this and he can keep pushing through and figure this thing out. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he got a bright head on his shoulder. Like outside of him, me saying that he's a little off. I think that anybody that can follow a dream and make it to that level, there's obviously something special about you. Me personally, that's what I believe. But if you don't stand for something, because I never met Lil Nas X personally, but I know somebody that's close to him. I'm not gonna say any names or anything, but I know somebody that's close to him. As y'all know, I've been cutting hair in the industry for a long time. So I know somebody that's close to him, and he was telling me, he was like, he wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't super gay. Like he might have been gay, but he wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the industry and people saying, "Oh shit, you are gay. Oh shit, okay, well, let's do this. Let's have you dancing on the devil so we can say fuck the system, and then let's have you put it out there more, because if you put it out there more, so these are all executives feeding this whole situation to say, hey, look, hone in on this. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second, y'all. But yeah, these are all executives, older executives saying, "Hey, look, hone in on this because this could get us far with the controversy." And that's what they're about, right? And of course, with fame and with you know money comes the substances. So it's one of them things, man. But like I said, I feel like if he get back on track and if he just focuses his mind, I feel like he can do a lot. You know what I'm saying? So dude's still young. You know, he got a lot of time to clean himself up and get back right, man. So, one time for Lil Nas X, man. One time for Lil Nas X. I hope that he gets all of this under control. As always, man, I'll catch y'all next time, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one.